when it comes to giving it your all, that means you are trying to become or give the best possible effort that you can. And when it comes to fighting, when it comes to life, when it comes to business, you have to give it your all. If not, you're accepting whatever results come to you. This is the Savage Hour Podcast. We take you inside the mind of fighters, athletes, and entrepreneurs. Don't miss an episode. Follow and subscribe. There's so many different ways that we could talk about what giving it your all means. You know, giving it your all can mean different things to different people. But at the end of the day, if you're going to use the term giving it your all, you're implying that you've left everything on the table, that there were no other options. You've given it all you have, that you are completely depleted of resources because you've given it your complete all. And the reality is, most people are not doing that. When it comes to giving it your all, that means you are trying to become or give the best possible effort that you can. And when it comes to fighting, when it comes to life, when it comes to business, you have to give it your all. If not, you're accepting whatever results come to you. You know, in the time that we're in right now, like, that's really the only choice that we have, is giving it our all. We have no idea what the day brings coming tomorrow. All we know is that today is a day that the outlines that are in front of us, we have to be able to take those and say, okay, these are the guidelines. I have to give it my all. I don't know what my business is going to look like tomorrow, but today I have to give it my all. I have athletes that are getting ready for big fights right now, and we're at a time right now where guys are trying to even find motivation to fight. And you need to be honest with yourself. You need to say, okay, what am I doing that's really taking away from me being able to do just that, which is give it my all. And complacency and laziness and influence is something that's easily influenced to be able to make us like pull back and pay attention to other things. There's so many distractions out there, especially, you know, like right now, like I'm driving on the road right now. I got a guy standing right in the middle of the street. Holy shit. Distractions, right? So those things happen. And anyways, let me get back. We're talking about giving it your all. And right now we're in this time where we don't know what that even looks like. Why am I going to give it my all when I don't know if I'm even going to have a job tomorrow? Why am I going to give it my all when I don't know when fights are going to be happening again? Why am I going to give it my all when other people are telling me that I should quit? Why am I going to give it my all when I'm making no money doing it right now? Here's why. Because it's how you become great. That's really it. If you want to be good at anything, you can just do little bits of it. You can second guess, you can do here and there. But if you want to be the best, if you want to be great, you have to give it your all. If you want to be a good parent, you have to give it your all. That's something I'm learning right now. You know, I'm a new father. I'm 3.5 months in, and for me being a dad, I had no idea what this thing was going to look like. Like, you know, you have ideas. People tell you what fatherhood's like, being a parent. Man, let me tell you, everything changes. Everything changes. You know, they say, oh, just wait till the baby's born. Everything changes. Well, you know what? They were not lying. Everything changes. And I have to be able to be all in for my son. I have to be all in for my wife. I have to be all in for my students. I have to be all in for my fighters. And here's the craziest thing. I still need to be all in for myself, because it's easy to forget about the main things that are important around you, but then you also have to remember what's important to yourself. You can't get sidetracked, and you can't get disillusioned of why you started the course of what you're doing, for the things that you're doing, what makes you tick, what makes you grind, what makes you happy. You can't forget about that stuff. So when you are giving it your all, you have to be reminded of those things, and you cannot lose sight of what's truly important. And now it's funny because I'm so used to grinding. Like, this is just what I do. I grind. I mean, it's what I've done for years. And now I've got to refocus the way my grind is. And I have to keep catching myself. It's not easy. It's not easy for me to sit here and say, okay, well, I'm doing everything every day the way that I need to, the way that I talk about it. I don't. You know, it's because I have other things that have popped up. But I keep myself accountable. I check back in. I say, all right, dude, you were slipping this day, you were slipping that day, let's get back on track with X, Y, Z, write this stuff down. And then when I get back on track, I actually even give myself like credibility points. Cool, you did that, let's celebrate. Right? Little victories. We got to celebrate those victories, because if you're constantly all in, how do you know you're all in if you've never had to recheck and check back in, retune, right? You got to constantly keep reevaluating yourself. Because maybe today my all-in was just being a little bit more focused, right? So we just got to put a little more emphasis on what that all-in means. And the more we do that every day, the closer and closer we can get to just having a life that's just incredible. You know, we want to be happy. We want those around us to be happy. We want to be successful. We want those around us to be successful. But the only way any of that's even possible is being true to what you want every single day. And if you are all in every single day, you're going to start finding results in areas that you didn't even expect. And next thing you know, you're going to wake up one day and just see, wow, I have a pretty amazing life. Hey guys, if you like this episode, follow the podcast and subscribe to our YouTube channel.